Welcome back to another week of Anime Tier List. I go over the most recent episodes, Sunday being the cutoff, and rate them how I felt. Here are the list of animes and the ones that, again, we had to drop. Copyright issues, performance reasons, and so on. Remember, a dropped anime doesn't mean it's a bad anime. There's just other bullshit happening. Okay. Starting things off. Let's talk about this. Okay, this is gonna sound crazy. So let me, the episode itself was like a fucking 6 out of 10, 5 out of 10, okay? It is beyond fucking chopped. But like, it's so bad that it was good. I could not like, it felt like one person was fucking animating this shit with a ridiculous fucking schedule. And there were moments where bro was like unironically kind of popping off with the soundtrack, with the Sakuga. And then it's just fucking, and then it just nosedives, and all the fucking like art design, the symmetry, the proportions are all fucking garbage. It's bizarre. Like, I implore you, I actually would recommend people to watch this because this feels like a passion project. As in, it's not like, how do I explain it? So, I think this is actually fucking chopped, right? There are some shows where I think it's actually doing the source material disservice in like a genuine way. You know what I mean? But this is also, this also isn't doing the source material genuinely, but it's weird. It's a different vibe to it where even though it's bad, I feel like one person's kind of low-key cooking in the fucking in the studio, and the adaptation is again, trash episode. But it was unironically peak. Here's another show, Jack of All Trades. So this one is different. Okay, Jack of All Trades, I think that the most recent episode on a numeric scale probably is still not even comfortably in the 8s. Definitely not the 9s. It is like a 7.5, I think. It was polished, it was consistent, but it was stupid fucking hype. It's been leading up to this one moment where bro is literally like, I'm gonna solo everything. And yeah, I think it is like a high 7, the episode itself. The quality wasn't that fucking amazing. However, the story elements and the way that he kept just busting out powers, like, I was kind of getting invested. I was immersed, like the fight felt genuine hype. Sometimes these random fights against monsters, it's just like, whatever, bro, get the fuck out of the cave, right? I'm looking for the slice of life interactions. That's this anime, to be honest, right? Where we're like, yeah, you don't do the fight scenes, go fucking do the slice of life shit. This one, it's like, they're getting very sweaty with the video game mechanics. They're getting very sweaty with all the details and the fights and the strategies, and the way that he soloed everything, despite its lacking production value, I think it was a peak episode. Now, let's talk about some other shows that wasn't that peak. Chain Soldier, most recent episode, I probably put it at good. Nothing too crazy. It was the Azuma Festival Banquet, basically Battle Royale. The keyboard Python programming, I don't know about that power. Himari power-up was very confusing too. Like, it clearly showed that Himari was, what? Powering up? There's like this new form, like Super Saiyan mode that was kind of hinted in the beginning of Chain Soldier as well, right? When basically Kyoka was fighting with Yuki and Yuki was glowing yellow, but it's very weird. The fan service is still nice though. So overall, just I'll give that. And we had a bonus special credit scene, right? Where it's just giving the girl the fucking Ren the belly pads. You and I are polar opposites. Probably here or here. Let's think about it. What was the episode really? The episode, it was going to grandma's. No, getting caught by grandma. That was pretty funny. Setting up Yamada and Nishi's relationship, the other pairing. It was a good episode. It was solid. Nothing too insane happening. It was an overall very enjoyable episode. Probably could put it here, but I'll kind of put it in high good for now. Furiren. Most recent episode with the date shit. Yeah. A lot of people are basically like, nothing is happening and I'm sleeping. I think you're just hating on this show. Awkward date riz into some really nice Sakuga versus the demon that was like melee combat. I swear to God, we're spamming the, what's it called? We are spamming the Himmel flashbacks. And I think even the Freerun heads are realizing that. It's getting, it's honestly like, oh, also, we need to change this. Sorry, my bad. It's honestly like, It's getting a bit ridiculous how many times they spell female flashback. But that's the whole story, right? It's a every week it's a slice of life bullshit. We encounter something and we're like, what would Himmel do? Oh, Himmel time. And then we go, yep, that's what Himmel will do. That's it, right? The repetition's getting kind of funny, right? I want some more eyes and no, we got a couple eyes in flashback with Stark too, but it's funny. It's just funny. I love how the community is also embracing the fucking memes. Hell's Paradise. I'll probably put these two in great then. Hell's Paradise was also a setup. But this one, what was going on? We're making the matchups against the Tencents, right? All these different areas where they're training. We've separated into groups and boom, we got all the different matchups ready to go. The Vengeance plot with Xion from season 1 is leading into something really hyped too. They gave us more plot about what's going on with Rian in the research lab and what Mei's, resolve is. I think Mei's gonna die. I think Mei's dead flags are fucking insane. What else is it? People like you are so funny to me because it's like no matter how much I give you direct answers on each single fucking Monogatari video, you don't actually watch. So no, I'm not gonna answer. Fuck you. It's so crazy. Imagine having the audacity to pull up on fucking live stream to interrupt me in the middle of a fucking recording of a video that you clearly see I'm doing, asking a selfish request, when the answers have already been fucking made into multiple videos complaining multiple times. I thought Monogatari people are supposed to be smart. You're no fucking different from solo leveling people, but guess what? I have an expectation of you. If it's a Jujutsu Kaisen retard coming in asking, it's like, yeah, I understand. You have single digit IQ. It's not your fault. You are supposed to be a Monogatari fan and you're asking this shit? God damn, shame on you, bro. You make the fucking fandom look bad. I thought you were supposed to be smart. Hell's Paradise? Setup episode. Fun exposition. We'll see what happens next episode. I think the episode from next week onward is just gonna be non-stop fucking crazy Sakuga. Next up. Man, it's just peak after peak after peak. Face Strange Fake. Oh yeah, absolutely. Abso-fucking-lutely. This episode, Richard, bro. Fucking Richard. Richard's Excalibur. Richard's a big fan of King Arthur. We got some Saint Germain coming in too. Now we have the Scar Rate Saint Germain and, Zelrich, the people that killed the Pelati. That's pretty hype. The Elevator Lolly lore? I'm starting to think Ayaka really is the red-hooded lolly that is like a vengeful spirit. And it feels like Ayaka, again, what the fuck is she? We don't know. Is she a human? What's her association with the Ironspring? She straight up could just be a vengeful spirit of the red riding elevator lolly that, is haunting. And the soul somehow got put into a doll, right? And that's what Ayaka is. That's what I think is going on based off of what happened last episode. They're still being very sus with it. Even like last episode when, what's going on? No, at the end it was Jester and Jack the Ripper, right? That's what was going on. Anyways, Richard's stuff was really hype. Our teamwork with the assassin girl, I would have never expected that. Enkidu, just always aura farming, just listening. Enkidu will also never cheat. Enkidu will never cheat on Gilgamesh, and neither will Gilgamesh. They are so gay for each other. It's beautiful to see. Peak episode. The direction of the episode was top notch, and the Sakuga was wow. Sentenced to be a hero. I'll put it in peak. I will. Absolutely. You know what? The more I look at this shit, I gotta drop this shit down here. It feels disgusting putting these fucking animes in the same fucking category as here. And in fact, honestly, I probably should do something like this. You know what I mean? Like if I really want it to be hard, nah. It's again, it's just because an anime, it's fun. It's honestly fun to put these up here, right? I don't like of being so harsh and strict. Like these episodes genuinely were so fucking bad that it was actually fucking peak. I implore you, go watch the most recent episode of this. The slice of life in the comedy was hitting with the satanic lolly, and the fight was so fucking garbage, but there was moments of like greatness happening where I'm like, nah, that was actually so fun. What were we talking about? Sentenced to be a hero. Another exposition episode. Very unfortunate that the momentum for this anime has pretty much all died and it's just kind of left with the, the hardcore fans. But even then, there's still a lot of people watching. I'm very excited. And he showed us the other poison lolly goddess. I think she is being treated well on the outside by Horde, that glasses Mega Knight guy, but clearly he doesn't enjoy giving the headband. It's sad to see. The amount of character fan service happening, character acting and the fan service through Teo. Oh my fucking god, every time she pulls out Wagakishi, oh my god, just spamming that. The plot is getting very interesting because obviously like the blight humans, right? They are basically one in control. And I think they are literally creating a suicide mission for that. They're working with the Demon Lords. Maybe they're creating the Demon Lords. What else is there? Venetum slowly trying to tell people the actual plot of the story, but being careful with it about the conspiracy. Sob is really nice addition because he get to actually do the shit that I want Xylo to do, but Xylo will never do it. Like lash out on the fucking prisoners, right? Or like other people that disrespect the heroes. I love Sob for that. He never misses either. That's pretty much it. We're getting set up. The last couple of minutes of the episode was a pretty hype beginning into the siege. It's kind of feeling like Lord of the Rings fucking Twin Tower shit, right? When they're like trying to get into the gates and we're trying to hold the gates. It's getting pretty hype. Next episode onwards, gonna be fucking insane. Oshinoko to the fucking top. In terms of story, probably enjoyed this the most out of all of this so far. Like, Oshinoko right now is really cooking with the dad getting involved and Akana getting too close to the son. Last episode also showed some more tragicness with Kana and getting slapped in the hand. Kana just going fucking through it, man. The way that Saito Ichigo also accidentally traumatizes Aqua again for him to come back to the revenge plot. Dark Ruby monologuing about, yeah, I really am the classroom of the elite. Like, this shit is fucking cooking. This season is absolutely on point. What the fuck were people talking about 2.5D arc being the best, bro? This is the best season of Oshinoko so far. Why? Because it's all murder mystery shit with like the Dark Ruby stuff. That's what I've been waiting for, man. Not really the, oh, let's start getting into the idol industry. No. I love the parts where it gets dark and edgy and gets to the murder mystery plot, and season 3 kind of has been dealing with all of that shit. I think season 3 has been the best season of Oshinoko so far, and it's been delivering every episode, but that's just probably me because I prefer this arc more than the others. Hopefully it keeps up the pace because I'm really worried about what's gonna happen later on. I think it's gonna crash and burn, but even then, let's crash and burn well. The revelation of the dad being 12 years old when he got his first baby mama, and then 15 with I, is fucking crazy. Bro has 2 baby moms at 15. That Twitter post fucking made rounds too. Oh my god, people were really waiting for that. I don't know if many other anime only has kind of connected the dots. I haven't seen other people, but a lot of people were actually kind of like confused of like, how did you figure this out? And I'm like, are you not paying attention to the story? Bro, the DNA test fucking matches. That means like Aqua and Himekawa shares the same fucking dad, but different moms. It's that simple. You have to, it's not that hard, but like, I think some people aren't really like thinking too hard when watching it, so they're gonna get hit. Like some people probably are like, what's really going on? No, it's fucking crazy. Like, bro was 2 baby mamas at 15. I made a whole separate video about that. Go watch that if you want, about the Oshinoko final boss being Himekawa mom. I think there's gonna be more to it. I think that the more I think about it, the Crow Lolly probably is, again, another vengeful spirit. I think that the Crow Lolly was a victim of the idol industry of the past, and it's now become like a vengeful spirit and preys upon, like, basically inflicts even more pain onto others. And Aqua's dad getting groomed by Himekawa's mom, or Mama Himekawa, basically is like due to the influence of the Crow Lolly god. You know what I mean? I think that's the direction they're going. It has to be. Why else would she be a lolly other than fan service? Next up, Shiboyugi. Oh man, probably the best directed episode. I'll put this shit here. It feels disgusting, but again, here's my overall take. This is way more artistic than any of these could be, right? Like, jack of all trades and this shit can't even fucking, like, let's be serious, right? But again, it's my overall enjoyment. Even though I can objectively acknowledge the beautiful fucking peak direction, the setup and the kind of slow paced just setup wasn't that entertaining, but I can see the payoff from it, right? Last episode, bro, Yuki was in bed for like fucking 40 seconds. Straight up was a Days with My Stepsister episode. Doesn't mean it's bad. Very just taking advantage of long drawn out scenes with eerie soundtrack and sound design or the sound effects in the background, and like that scene when she's walking outside and she's all delirious and she gets a call, ring 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 ring, a fucking random phone booth shows up. Oh my god, it's Kinko's dad. What are they doing? We ate the wrong fucking drug and now we're all delirious. Mishiro is back at the end and she's already, you know, taking control of the game. She's already the queen and the girl has already been drowned to death. My fucking god. It is absolutely stunning, artistic, but I'm a fucking monkey, and these episodes were more fun to watch, even though these two, again, probably, this definitely can't fucking hold a candle to this, right? But again, overall enjoyment. And finally, JJK to the fucking top. Well, let's think about this. Did I really enjoy JJK more than Oshinoko this week? No, I don't think so. Oshinoko plot really popped off. This one was also another setup episode. Well, no, hold up. I think Oshinoko did have a way more pop off. Hakari and Yuji scene was great. The soundtrack was fucking cooking. Kirara versus Megumi and Panda was a big brain scene. Akutami Gege is a big brain person. He really likes math, I realize. I'm reading the manga right now, and there's a lot of places where he is explaining like limitless or even reverse curse technique and talking about, and he uses mathematical equations to kind of explain all that stuff. So when we saw last episode with, you know, Kirara's power, it felt, again, if you've ever done like programming or software engineering, you know technical interviews, right? You know, they propose a problem and you're supposed to solve it. The way that Megumi went about it exactly is a technical interview, coming up with different theories, right? And then hypothesis and making outlier cases, testing, right? Edge cases to confront your theory and coming up with a new theory until it's solved. It was fucking beautiful. Kirara's stuff, very complex. Apparently it's also inspired from JoJo's stuff, which I love to see. I heard that JoJo's will get very complex later on too. It already is kind of getting more complex definitely in part 2 compared to part 1, right? Before it was just Hamon punches, and now we're doing fucking Hamon ball claps and Hamon bubbles and shit. Regardless, did I enjoy it more than Fate? I don't know. It's really a toss-up. Indifferent between the two, but I think Oshinoko truly was the episode of the week though. And that's it. I think this is how I would rate the tier list. Now, if I wanted to be a snob, this is the way I would rate it. If I truly wanted to be a snob, I'd probably like put this here, put this here, put this here. I do think these are a cut of different cloth and if I really want to be a snob, I put this up here and say, oh yes, the beautiful direction of the 40-second pausing in the mattress, beautiful direction, oh my god, Days of My Stepsister. That I think this is the objective pretentious tier list, right? But I like the other one better. See you next time. Bye bye.